Hey guys, thanks for tuning in this week to Mariel's Realistic Real Estate Advice. I'm Mariel with Fathom Realty. This week I want to talk about those listing photos. So this is pertaining to all the sellers out there that are about to put their house in the market or have had their house in the market or just sold their house, and the listing agents out there. So we're going to talk about who owns the rights to the photos, those beautiful photos that were taken of the home that has been on the market or was on the market. For the photos that have been taken on a house, say I'm putting the house back on the market that was just on the market maybe a couple years ago or maybe a year ago, can that listing agent give you the rights, or can you just reuse the photos that were taken last time because they were fantastic? Well, the short answer is, when it comes to photos and rights and ownership, it just depends on what was agreed upon. So let's talk about some of the forms that are used and the type of ownership that takes place when it comes to photos on the MLS and professional photos that were done for a home. So typically photos belong to the one that actually took them, the original photographer, unless there's agreement made. So an owner can be the broker, the one that is listing the house, the homeowner, or the photographer. In order to use these photos, I want to make it very, very clear that you need to have either a license or the rights to use those photos. It's very, very important to understand that. You can't just copy and paste or snip it and just reuse the photos. You have to have permission to whoever actually owns those photos. So if you are a homeowner that loved the previous photos that were done when you bought the house and you want to reuse those, as long as they accurately depict that's how the house looks now, you need to find out who owned the photos and ask for the permission and the license. All right guys, so let's talk about some of the forms that are commonly used to get permission and either the license or the rights to use those photos that were taken previously. And one of them that's commonly used is the model work made to hire agreement. So that gives the broker permission. It gives the broker the rights and the ownership and becomes the offer of the photos that were previously taken before. Another one that's used is the model license agreement. It's just pertaining to the license to use the photos, and the model assignment agreement just talks about the rights to use the photos. Now say for example, you are the listing agent for the current homeowners, but you also happen to be the listing agent when the home was sold previously to the current homeowner. Now, if you own the rights to those photos, you can reuse those photos to relist the house as long as it still depicts what the house looks like today. So if there's renovations that have been done, I would not use those photos because they're not accurate. But if they're pretty on point, and say you need to take down some curtains and depersonalize to make the photos look like they were previously, then you have the rights and you have the ownerships. Go ahead and use those photos. All right guys, that's all I want to talk with you guys about today is the ownerships of those photos that are taken when you put your house on the market and they're out there on the internet and the MLS. If you guys have any questions, comments, please drop them below. If you want to reach out with any real estate questions, please reach out to me. My information's on my profile. Like always, I hope that everyone has a blessed week, and I look forward to speaking with you guys next time.